What's up, guys? Welcome to lesson 6.3, converting rates and measurements. Let's do it. So here it says the average American student spends almost 1,500 hours per year watching television. How many minutes per day is this? So this is how I like to do my conversions. We currently have 1,500 hours per 1 year. Okay, one on top of the other. This is how it is. We need to change this hours to minutes, and we need to change this years to days. So we need to switch two units. So here's how we do it. First, we're going to be multiplying by equivalencies, by basically things that we know to be equal. Because, like, for example, 1 hour over 60 minutes, those are both the same. So an hour over 60 minutes, it's just 1. And we can do that. We can always multiply anything by 1. It doesn't change. Let me show you what I mean. Again, we're trying to convert this to minutes. So if I want minutes on top, we got to put hours on the bottom. It's just like cross simplification. That way these hours are going to cancel out. So now all I have to say is, well, if we did 1 hour, how many minutes are there in 1 hour? There are 60. So this is 60 minutes over 1 hour. This again is 1, so this works. Just like that, we've changed the hours into minutes. If I want to change this year into days, well, first of all, let's set this up again like this. We want days to be our new unit down here, and we want to get rid of years, so we put the years up here. For 1 year, how many days are there? There are 365. Hopefully you know that. Guess what? Now these guys are gone, right? The years are gone. Now we have left is minutes and days. Now we just carry out this multiplication and we're good to go. And if you want, you can do a little cross simplification to make the multiplication a little bit easier. For example, I can already see that 60 and 365 are both divisible by 5. So if we wanted to, if we felt so inclined, we could divide these guys down. 60 divided by 5 is 12. 365 should be 20, 40, 60, 60, and then it would be 73. Right, 350, 73. Check my math if you like. So there's 73, and let's get rid of this. So now we could do this multiplication a little bit easier. I can even probably try and do this top part in my head. So 12 times 1,500, that's 15,000 plus 3,000, so it's 18,000 divided by 73. Now if we want a little more accurate, we can go ahead and do this division. What's 18,000 divided by 73? 73 goes into 180 twice, so that is 146. We subtract these, it is 34. Bring down one of these zeros like this guy. 73 goes into 340, I guarantee you it's 4 times. That's 280 plus 12 is 292. Okay, again, doing this fast because you could do this, you could write this out. You don't need to just understand the process here. 340 minus 292, that is, right, did I say 290? Yeah, 292, that is 48. And last, bring down one more zero. 73 goes into 480. How many times? That is 6, 7. It's got to be 6 times, right? 6 is 420 plus 18 is 438. Okay, we don't need to go any further. It's about 246 minutes per day. That's about 4 hours. And that's about right. Like that's if you carry out this whole thing out, it looks like it's about 4 hours a day. That's a lot of TV each day. Yeah, but there you go. Here is your answer: 246 minutes per day. Now let's look at number 22. 28 fluid ounces equals how many milliliters? This is a shorter one, quicker step. All we got to do is say 1 fluid ounce is 29.5 whatever milliliters. 2 fluid ounces is double that. 3 is triple that. 28 is 28 times this. So if we want to calculate it out, we can use all these decimals, make it really accurate. If you want to get a rough idea, I'll just round this up to 30, right? And the basic operation is we just multiply it by 28. 0, 24, 0, 0, 6. So our answer is approximately 840 milliliters. That's 28 fluid ounces. Let's go on to number 30. So number 30, 5 gallons equals how many milliliters? Same process. We take 1 gallon is equal to this, so 5 gallons is just 5 times this. So 5 times 3, 7, 8, 5. Let's do the whole thing, why not? Let's make it really accurate. So we got 5, 0, 2, 27, 2, 42, carry the 4, 39, 3, 15, 18. So we got 18,927.05 because we got 2 decimals up here. 18,927. That looks about right because 5 times about 4 is about 20. So we're close to that. Always double check like that. So it's this many milliliters. Let's go on to number 34. We got 32 miles per gallon. We got to compare. This is a big one. This is a tough one. And we got to figure out how do we want to convert everything? How do we want to, what do we want to convert to? Do we want everything to milliliters, everything to gallons? It's up to you. But I would say we can start to, and also do we want to put everything in miles and meters? How do we do this? It's kind of up to you. I would stick with something that we've got here already. Maybe meters to milliliters, maybe yards to quarts, and then adapt everything, switch everything over to that. So for example, how would I do this? I would say, let's go to yards per gallon. Let's do that. Sorry, yards per quart. Why change it up? So we got yards per quart. I think this will be the easiest. So this guy is going to stay the same. This is our kind of baseline. We're going to compare everything to 6,600 yards per quart. So let's first convert this guy. It's going to be a lot of work here. So we got 32 miles per 1 gallon. First thing, we're going to convert that gallon to a quart. Right? We got 1 gallon on top. We got 4 quarts on the bottom. These gallons cancel out. And then we got to convert this miles to yards. Now I know that there is 5,280 feet in a mile. If we wanted to know how many yards there are, since there's 3 feet in a yard, we just divide 5,280 by 3. So I'll do that really quickly down here, 5,000, and then we'll delete it. 5,280 divided by 3 is approximately 4, so it's 12. So 1, 3, 2, 2, 7, 21, 1, 8, 6, and then 0. So it's 1760. You could probably even look that up if you wanted to. So 1760 is what we're talking about here. So we got 1760, let's see, 1,760 yards per 1 mile. Okay, and now again, this is nice. Miles gone, miles gone. Now all we have to do is multiply 32 times 1760 and then divide that by 4, but let's make life a little easier. We can always cross simplify. 4 and 32, I can see they're both divisible by 4. So goodbye, this becomes a 1 and this becomes an 8. Now look how easy this is. It's just 8 times 1760. It's a much simpler problem. 8 times 1760 is 0, 8, 56, 60, 8, and 14. 14,080, that's what this converts to. 14,080 yards per quart. Now we can compare right off the bat. This is way bigger, okay? So this guy would be less than this guy, okay? So far this is the least. Now we just gotta figure out what is 15 meters over milliliters. Let's convert that. Let's make a little room here. I like this setup, so I'm gonna do it down here again. A lot of horizontal room. So let's delete all this stuff, and let's start out with 15 meters over 1 milliliter. So first we got to get, so again we're going to yards to quarts. I got this nice conversion up here for meters to yards. That's really helpful. So again, we want yards, and we want to get rid of meters. So it's like 1.0, I'm just going to round, 1.09 yards for 1 meter. Meters are gone. So we're already in yards. That's nice. How do we get these milliliters? We got to get milliliters to quarts. That's pretty crazy, right? Because we know milliliters to gallons. That's nice. And again, we're going to say 3785. We're going to round. So we want to convert this first, let's convert it to gallons. So if we had 1 gallon, right? We got 1 gallon. We got how many milliliters? We got 3785. 3785. Okay. And now the milliliters are gone. But then we want to convert gallons to quarts. So again, we got to put 1 gallon up here. And we got to put 4 quarts down here. And now we've turned those gallons into quarts. Now look at what we have left. We have yards over quarts, and we just got to carry out the multiplication. So it's a lot. 15 times 1.09 times this whole thing divided by 4. Nothing we can really cross simplify too well. We just gotta buckle down and do it. So let's say if we had a calculator, this is where I would use it, but I have chosen mental math. Let's do it this way, or well, we'll write it out. So 5 times 5 is 25, 2, 42, 4, 39, 3, 15, 18, 0, 5, 8, 7, 3, 5, 7, 7, 15, 16, and 5. 5, 6, 7, 7, 5. That's these two guys multiplying each other. Then we got to multiply this by 1.09. So we got 45, 67, 63, 69, 54, 60, 45, 51, 0, and then this whole thing is 0, and then one more 0. And then 5, 7, 7, 6, 5. We add them all up. This is pretty bad. 6, 7, 14, 1, 8, 8, 11, 6. So then we got 2 decimals. So now we're at this, 61,884 divided by 4. I'm going to roughly approximate. I could do the division again, but I can already tell this is roughly 50. It's more than 15,000, because 60,000 divided by 4 would be 15,000. So it's more than 15,000. So let's say 15,000 roughly. But that's all we need, because that's already bigger than 14,680. So that means we've got now 6,600. This is the least, so this is number 1. This is the next, this is number 2. And this guy right here is number 3. It's the greatest. So it was a very long problem, but we got through it. All right, let's do this last one. $275 to pounds. They're giving you the exchange rate. All we have to do literally is multiply our exchange rates from, because everything is per US dollar, and we've got 0.494 pounds to $1. All we do, 0.494 times 275. That's it. You take that exchange rate, you multiply it against your dollars, and you're good to go. Let's multiply it out. We got 20, 28, 30, 4, 8, 11, 0, 45, 4, 63, 67, 18, 20, whoops, 24, 0, 0, 20, carry the 2, 28, 30, carry the 3, 11. Oh yeah, that's a copy of what we have up top. You check my math, I may have gotten something wrong, you never know. 5, 8, 5, 3, 1, and then 1, 2, 3. And we don't need the 0. So it's 135.85 pounds and done.